Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thanks very much for joining me for today's video. This is a roundup of everything I've got made up in September and October. If you watch my Friday Sews videos, you'll have seen most of this already, but I do love having these makes videos. I've got a playlist on my channel and it's an opportunity to showcase everything I've got made in one place. So I shall put chapters down below because I've broken these into categories so you can skip between them depending on what you're interested in. So without further ado, we shall get started. The first category is dresses. So I got a few dresses made up recently. The first one is the Betty dress in this beautiful pink gingham fabric that I got from Crafty Studio. I don't have the dress to hand, but I will pop in a few pictures here. So beautiful full circle skirt, kind of vintage inspired dress. I absolutely love this, and I made this for the afternoon tea frocktails that was hosted by the Crafty Studio back in September. So I just love wearing this. I fully lined the bodice and it's got this beautiful big huge swishy skirt. I made a size 10 to 12, but I did have to take in a fraction at the back zip. But yeah, I just absolutely adore this make. It comes with a facing, but I thought it would be nice to line the bodice, and then I just wore a slip under it, and it has total swish factor. I absolutely love it. I put it with my pink Marlowe cardigan that I made during the summer as well, and it's just a perfect kind of a summery picnic kind of inspired make. I absolutely love it. So love that dress. I've made a couple of Betty dresses now. I think it's a really nice pattern. The next dress, I should say these are in no particular order. Another dress that I got made up is what I'm wearing, and this is the Chloe dress by Fibre Mood, and this fabric is from Dreesenstoff and it's a viscose linen. So I've got it on today now with a polo neck. This is a Tilly and the Buttons Freya because it's a little bit more autumnal. So in the pictures I've got it just as a kind of pinafore dress, and then I've also got it with a t-shirt. It's a Tilly and the Buttons Agnes, but I think it looks quite nice in a more kind of autumn winter vibe. But this dress is just beautiful. So I'll show you what it looks like. So it's got a tie at the waist, and it's got these lovely huge big pockets, and then it wraps all the way around the back. So it's a really cool construction. It ties here, and then it ties at the back with a little button as well, and then you just tie it at the front again. So the pocket pieces are actually on the back skirt, but it becomes the front skirt then when you wrap it around, and it's a lovely long swishy skirt. I absolutely love it. So I don't make Fibre Mood patterns that often, but I was really taken by this. The straps are really nice. I thought they were going to be too short, but they're actually the perfect length. I made a size medium, and just a straight size medium, didn't grade, didn't add the length or didn't add the waist or anything. The waist is in the perfect position. The only thing I messed up on here is that I completely forgot to interface the facing of the neckline, and I totally stretched it out. So that's why I have an unintentional little dart here, but I think in the stripes hopefully it looks intentional. But when I realized I'd put in the straps, I put in the binding all the way along here. I was like, I'm not going to unpick this, let's just put in a little dart and let's just move on. But I think it looks absolutely fine, and I love this. I think it's going to be very versatile. I chose this fabric on purpose that I could wear it during the summer, but then also during the winter as well, and I think it's definitely fulfilling its destiny. It's a lovely pattern. I really like it. The next dress I got made up was another pinafore, and it is the York pinafore by Helen's Closet. So I was very lucky to win this PDF. The lovely Teresa from Lost My Thread reached 10k subscribers over on YouTube recently, and she was running a giveaway, and I won a PDF pattern. So delighted. Thank you very much, Teresa. I love Helen's Closet patterns, and I was delighted to get the York, which I've had my eye on for a long time. The fabric is this beautiful wool fabric from Rainbow Fabrics I got recently, and I think it matches this pattern perfectly. The neckline and the armholes are fully bound. There's brilliant instructions on how to do that in the pattern, and then I also used some Specky Seamstress binding here, and then I used a Specky Seamstress label at the back saying my new favourite make, and I think it came out really well. I made view B, and I left off the pockets. You can do side pockets, you can do a kind of a kangaroo pocket in the middle, but I just left them off. I think it looks nice without. And I made a size 10 to 12, and I think the fit is really great. I was absolutely delighted with this make. I really was. I've been wanting to make it for the longest time, and it did not disappoint. I think it looks really cute with t-shirts. I think it look cute with a Freya as well. I think a very versatile autumn winter make, and I absolutely love it, and I will be making more. And I think I've heard from a lot of people that once you make one, you can't just stop there. The next category is skirts, and I just made one skirt in September and October, and that is this beautiful one here. The fabric is from Rainbow Fabrics, this beautiful animal print fabric, and this is the Indigo skirt by Mood Fabrics. It's a free pattern, and it's a bias cut skirt. So I make the size 12 to 14, but I just increase the seam allowance ever so slightly, so I'm kind of making about maybe a size 11, I think it works out at. It's got lovely elastic channel at the waistline. I didn't add anything to the length, and it's pretty long on me. It's a pretty good length, but I just think it's a really nice pattern. This is the second time I've made it, and it just comes out beautifully, really, really quick. It's actually all French seamed on the inside, which gives a lovely finish, and it's just a really, really cute make. I love wearing this with an LB pullover, a navy pullover. You can wear it again with a Freya, and you see a theme, but I just think this is a great, great free pattern. I would highly, highly recommend it. I think that the bias skirt trend is going nowhere right now, but I think this is just lovely. And again, I think this would be lovely during the summer you could wear it with sandals, but you can also wear it during the winter as well. So I'm all about getting longevity for my patterns and my makes, and I think I'm very, very happy with this one. So that is the skirt category. Moving on, as I turn my page here, moving on, and we are in the bags and quilt. So I just made one full quilt in September and October, and I've been working on this for a long, long, long time. This is the fabulous Quilt As You Go tutorial that the lovely Izzy from Dizzy Quilts and Sews has been running since very early in this year, but we finished it in September, so I think it falls into this category. It is a quilt as you go, so I think every 3 weeks she released one block. I'll pop in a big picture of it, and then the next week she did the how to join them, and the next week she did the binding. So it took a couple of months, but I am just so pleased with the result. I learned loads about the blocks, I learned loads about free motion embroidery, which I just love doing. I've taken a load of these techniques onto other projects, which I absolutely love. So it's got all these different blocks. This is just all scraps I had, which is why nothing matches, but I just love how it came out, and I think it's really, really pretty. And I would encourage you, if you didn't follow on this year into the Quilt As You Go series, I would recommend, because the videos are on her channel, you can dip in and out at any opportunity, but I'd highly recommend it. And thank you, Izzy, for such a wonderful, wonderful series. So loved making this. The next little quilting thing I got done has been put away because it was more Halloween-y, and I'll pop in a picture here. This was my first dabble into foundation paper piecing, and I've since gone down such a rabbit hole. So this is a little pumpkin that I got from Craftsy. Very, very cute, and yeah, I'm now fully on board with the foundation paper piecing. So I started with one block and I moved on to 3 for a table runner, and it just snowballed from there. So it's now been put away for Halloween, but I really, really enjoyed it. So hopefully I'll pop in a picture here. The next few ones I made are little bags. So love making bags. I made 4 of these. I made them for my friends when we all went to see Wicked the musical in September. So this is my one. I used my Cricut to put all our names in it. Aldi Fat Quarters. It's just a very, very standard zipper pouch, fully lined, but just really, really cute. I love making these. There's tutorials all over the internet on them. It's got a little boxed out bottom, and I just think they look very, very cute and were very, very well received, which is always nice. The next bag I did was, or one of the other bags I did was part of the Studio 77. She was running a bag challenge for October, and the lovely Emma, so this is our little mini tote. I made it out of bee fat quarters with beautiful bee trim that I got from the lovely Anne. And sewing is my superpower Specky Seamstress label. It's got a little slip pocket here. I didn't have any webbing, so I made my own. It's got a beautiful zip, gorgeous construction with a tab here, and then the new to me butler method on how to kind of turn the zips in so you don't have that weird kind of bobble at the end. It's fully lined, fully boxed out. I got a chance to use my fusible fleece, which is lovely, and the techniques in this were just brilliant. Again, I make so many bags, but I'm still learning, and I just loved making this. I think it's really, really cute. So another little bag. Another bag, moving on from the bee theme, probably one of my proudest makes is this beauty right here that sits pride and place on my sewing desk, and this is the Adam Sews caddy that he released in, must have been September I think. So I've got a little patch here made by me. It is the most fabulous caddy. So you can see here's got little webbing straps, the little hardware. It's got slip pockets at the front. I've done zip pockets on either side. I've done pockets on the back as well, but just different sizes, and you can see it is full of all my sewing stuff. I had fabric left over, so I made a little pouch. So it's where I keep all my sewing tools and notions, and it's got these beautiful pockets on the inside as well, fully customizable. You can do fabric, you can do vinyl, you can do mesh, whatever you like, but it is just the most fabulous pattern. So Adam, you played a blinder with this one. I'll link his patterns and all his patterns down below. I just adore this caddy, and I think it looks so nice on sewing desk, and I'm just so proud of it. So proud of it. So that is pride of place right here. So thank you very much, Adam. The next one I want to show you is, and it matches my York pinafore. So I had wool left over from my York pinafore, so I wanted to make a matching tote bag. As you can see, I'm using it already. I got this beautiful webbing from Quilt Yarn Stitch. They matched perfectly. I did a zip on the top, and I did a kind of little facing with the leftover fabric, and then it's just lined with flower fabric here. I made a little slip pocket just to use up all available fabric, and I've got a beautiful Cozy Club handmade label here as well, and I think this matches the York pinafore perfectly. I absolutely love it, and it's great to be able to use up all your fabric. The next thing I made, and it is hiding inside here, again it's been getting constant use. I feel like I'm talking about this pattern all the time because I mentioned it in my gift November as well, but it's so good. This is the BF Patterns Blackbird Fabrics Bestie bag, and you can see again I'm using it constantly. It's got beautiful webbing. I got this from Purple Stitches, I believe, at the Stitch Festival. It's got a lovely zip, huge big bag, really nice. I made the size medium with a little pleat. I've got a little Rosy Cheeks handmade label here. It is fully lined. I'll take you through all my receipts. Fully lined on the inside in that glitter fabric that I bought recently, and it is just a great pattern. I would highly recommend it. It comes in a baby vestie. This is the medium, and then you can also make it in a large as well, but this side is just perfect for me. So love this bag, absolutely love it. So that was all my bags. So you can see I do enjoy making bags. The next category is jeans, and I made 3 pairs of jeans. So they are all here. I'm not going to go through them in any massive detail because this was a wonderful collaboration that I did with my lovely friend Karen Marie. She's Made by Karen Marie over on YouTube. I'll link her channel below. She's also on Instagram. And we did a collaboration in, it must have been September, about sewing jeans, and we made the Megan Nielsen Ash jeans. I made a toile, I made another version, and then I made another version because I loved making them so much. So thank you, Karen Marie, for indulging me. The challenge, we called it #SewJeansWithUs, and I have a lunch video on that, and then I also have a reveal video on that, so I'll link both those below if you're curious. But basically I started off with the straight leg version in this lovely fabric from Dries & Stoffen, this lovely dark denim, so it's got a little bit of stretch to it, and I did the nice top stitching and everything. So these are my my first versions. These were the slim leg version. Then I moved on to make a skinny leg version in the same fabric. I just lowered the waist on this just to make them more, because the pattern comes out quite high waist on me. I wanted to make them a bit lower, and I made the skinny version. And then I got some lovely fabric from Rainbow Fabrics, and I ended up making the not the white leg, that's the only version I haven't made, the flare version. So absolutely loved making jeans, really enjoyed it. 3 pairs, yeah, so you can see I really did enjoy it. But yeah, I would encourage you to have a look at my videos on this and also at Karen Marie's videos as well. Her jeans came out absolutely beautifully, so really great. So 3 pairs of jeans, goodness me. I made a blouse, and it is the Fabric Godmother Fleur blouse. So in this beautiful Indian block print fabric from Rainbow Fabrics. I'd never worked with Indian block print before. I was a little bit scared, but I needn't have been at all. It washed beautifully, ironed beautiful, pressed beautifully. The colours are just gorgeous. Loved working with this. I used Specky Seamstress binding, little sewing machines. It's got the 3 little ties. I made the peplum version, really nice. I make a size 10 in the fleur. I've made 2 dresses now and 1 top. I make a size 10, even though my measurements put me at a size 14. But I absolutely love it. It is quite oversized, which is why I sized down 2 sizes. I don't make any alterations to the sleeves, to the bodice, nothing. It just fits me perfectly, and I absolutely love it. I think this blouse is just beautiful, and I've been wearing this recently with my jeans. So fully me made ensemble, which I absolutely love. So I absolutely adore this pattern, and I'm not done with that pattern either. Really great. I made a jumpsuit because during the summer I went through a massive jumpsuit phase, and that phase has not really finished. So it's very difficult to show you this. It's better if I show you a photograph. So if I pop in a photo here, I made the Rydell jumpsuit by Izzo Sew Studio. So, and here it is. I made it in navy viscose jersey that I got from Dries & Stoffen with matching ribbing. So absolutely love how this came out. I bound the neckline as Specky Seamstress. I have a tutorial on how to do that if you're curious. And I put a little label here from Cozy Club Handmade. Oops, mistake were made, solutions were found, because I did muck up this pattern entirely my own fault. I mucked up the buttonholes, so this tie is just a tie. It doesn't do anything, and it has an elastic casing instead of the drawstring. But moving on, it's a beautiful jumpsuit. I love it wearing it. It's very long legged. I think it's really swooshy in this fabric, absolutely beautiful. And it's a wrap, but it's fully wrapped here. It's beautiful. I did have to make some alterations to this pattern. I made a size 12 grade into a size 14. However, I added 1.5 inches to the bodice and I should have added 2 inches. I added 1 inch to the rise but ended up taking out about 2 inches, and I added 2 inches to the leg length, which is perfect. I should have added to the sleeves, but what I did was instead of the 15 mil or 5/8 of an inch seam allowance on the cuff, I actually reduced that to 1/4 of an inch, so I bought myself a bit of length there. So I did have to alter it slightly to fit me. I don't think I don't necessarily fit into their block, but I was able to alter it to fit me, which is the beauty of sewing. And I absolutely love how this came out, and I have worn it loads. I really, really enjoy making it. So gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. I would highly recommend it. So what is my next category? As I turn the page, only 2 more categories left. So the next category is tops, or should I say jackets. It is the Sinclair Alba jacket, and I made it very, very recently in a collaboration with the very lovely Agata from Agata's Cottage. So I'm not going to go into a massive amount of detail on this because it does have its own dedicated video in my Friday Sews where I go into my version. I would also encourage you to take a look at Agata's reveal video as well. Her version is just beautiful, but it's a fabulous pattern. I'd never made a Sinclair patterns before, but I'm definitely on board. I'm going to be buying more of the patterns. They're just fabulous. I made a size 6 grade into a size 8, and they come in tall versions, so I didn't have to add anything to the length, anything to the arms. It was just wonderful, so it fit me pretty much out of the box. I made it colour blocked, which I made my life slightly difficult because it does come in various zip directions, and because I colour blocked it, it was a little bit of a head scratcher, but I'm really glad I did because I was able to use up this beautiful fleece that I had from Fabric Counter. So one sleeve is white, one sleeve is pink, and then the back is navy, and it's got this beautiful cowl detail. It zips across here. I got this lovely fabric from Beyond the Pink Door. I've got a beautiful Beyond the Pink Door Little Rosy Cheeks label, and then it also has fabulous huge pockets, side seam pockets, but the way they're constructed is really, really nice. And I've also got a bit of leopard print in here, so you can see there's a kind of a theme involved in it. But absolutely loved this sweatshirt. I've been wearing it loads. I literally am wearing it, I'd say, every second day since I made it. I would highly, highly recommend it. The construction on this is just fabulous. It's a little bit involved in that the cowl and the enclosed zip and everything, but well worth it, and the instructions are fabulous. So loved making this. The last category is things for my boys. So because we had Halloween, I made them Halloween costumes, as I love doing, and this year they wanted to be bats. So I could only find one of the sweatshirts. I think the other one is in the wash. I made them little hoodies with little bat wings, so it's easier again to pop in a picture. I was able to use all the binding, all the labels, just absolutely loved making these. This is the Waves and Wild I Can Zip hoodie, and then I just self-drafted bat wings and just put in little hair bows to tie them into buttons so they are detachable. So they loved them. They wore them Halloween. They looked very, very cute, or should I say scary. It's a fabulous hoodie pattern. Waves and Wild do the best kids patterns. They're just fabulous. The instructions are great. The fit is great. Really, really good. So I made each of them one of these little bat hoodies, and I think they're very, very cute. Then lastly, for my little boy, I made him a little Scrappy tracksuit to wear to an event at school. I can't show you the jumper because he's actually wearing it, which is great. He chooses his clothes sometimes, but when he reaches for clothes that I've made him, I absolutely love that. So he is actually wearing the jumper today, but I can show you the tracky bums. I'll pop in a full picture of the jumper and tracky bums here. For the jumper, I use the kids pajama pattern. It's just a fabulous standard jumper pattern. I use it all the time. I use it as pajamas and I use it as jumpers for both my boys. And then for the bottoms, I made the tailor joggers, and these are from Lowland Kids. Absolutely brilliant pattern. It's kind of meant for colour blocking, which is amazing because he had an event where he had to wear kind of wacky clothes, so I was able to use up a load of my scraps. These all come from makes that I've made myself, my boys and my husband, and it already comes like this in the block, so I was able to follow along and do the little patches and everything, so it worked out beautifully, and it's a great way of using up little scraps. So he loves wearing them, which is just wonderful. So that was a whistle-stop tour of everything I got made up in September and October. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments on anything, please leave me a comment in the comment box below. You know how much I love having the chats, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. If you like this video, I would very much love it if you would give me a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all getting time for some lovely, lovely sewing, and I will talk to you all again very soon in another video. Take care, everyone. Bye.